Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Fuborama, and in today's video, I'll be breaking into the top 6 things to own in 2024 for Grand Theft Auto Online. Over the past week, I've been making videos, as it is the new year, relating to newer players on what vehicles you should get if you're looking for certain categories. We've talked about the 10 fastest vehicles in 2024, we've broken into the best money-making methods in 2024, and in today's video, we have probably one of the most important of them all, and that is the best things to purchase when it comes to vehicles in 2024. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean things that are going to help you get the job done. Whether you want the fastest supercars in the game for not only top speed but lap time, whether you want the most protection to get the job done, or the easiest way to complete missions, look no further than today's video. So let's get straight into it. Starting off, we have the vehicle that I'm driving. This is the Grotti Turismo Imaggio. It is one of the newest vehicles added into the game. It was literally added just about a month ago in the latest DLC for the Chop Shop. This supercar may not feature the fastest top speed, only going in at 122.5 miles per hour. But what it lacks in speed, it has in handling. This is the 4th best handling supercar in all of GTA Online. It is finishing just about the same as all HSW cars in lap time, and even impressively the same as vehicles like the Emirates and the Krieger. When you pair that into the fact that you can also put a missile lock-on jammer to this vehicle, it is by far the best supercar to own in Grand Theft Auto Online if speed and overall handling is what you're looking for. It's not making it any higher on the list because it doesn't have any special abilities. It's just an incredible supercar. But every year I always like to include a supercar that is just really good at driving because people always want to know what the best cars are. Up next, we have one of the coolest looking vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online, this being the Vigilante. Now, the Vigilante has a lot of strengths going for it. First of all, it features a rocket boost. This alone allows the vehicle to achieve an absolutely insane 150 miles per hour. And it's just fun to use. I mean, you can see here, you can launch yourself in the buildings and really whatever you want. That's the first great thing about the Vigilante. The vehicle also features a really hefty profile, which means you can just send vehicles flying. Look at this car in front of me here. Yeet! Yeah, this thing is very heavy. Feels like a tank when you're driving it. But the best part is yet to come, because this vehicle also features missiles. And these are very dangerous missiles that apparently go underneath that car. But yeah, these missiles are basically the same ones you'll find on the Scramjet, the Ruiner 2000, the Deluxo. They're the ones that will instantly home and basically demolish whoever is causing you trouble. They'll immediately turn around and hit, whether it's an Oppressor Mark II, a helicopter, a jet. They are very hard to evade. The problem with the Vigilante is that it can only survive one explosion, but there is a big strength to this vehicle, and it is a one-of-a-kind car because of it, and that is the ability to be used in missions. Yes, you heard that right. If I were to start up heist setups right now, I could pull out the Vigilante. And now, imagine that you have homing missiles for these missions. Yeah, you can start to understand why the Vigilante is in the top 6 for today's video. The ability to use a homing missile vehicle that not only has an insane boost, allowing you to go from point A to point B incredibly fast, but also just the ability to spam homing missiles at whoever you want to in missions is absolutely insane, and because of that, it feels like you're almost cheating. So the Vigilante is by far one of the best vehicles to get in GTA Online, especially if you're planning on doing heist setups. Now we arrive to not only one of the nicest looking supercars in Grand Theft Auto Online, but by far one of the most important to get your hands on, this being the Ocelot Virtue. If you're a fan of my channel, you have definitely seen me talk about this car quite a bit, but there is a very important reason why, and that is it's an Amanitech vehicle. It is the fastest Amanitech vehicle in terms of lap time and overall acceleration, which alone is absolutely amazing. But for any of you that are unaware unaware of what Amani Tech means, essentially, if you head over to your agency, there is a special custom shop you can buy in it. And if you bring the Ocelot Virtue or any other Amani Tech upgradable vehicles, you can give them upgraded armor. And yeah, it is huge upgrades at that. You can allow the Ocelot Virtue to survive 12 homing missiles. That alone is insane. It can also survive 10 sticky bombs, 10 RPGs, 10 basic explosions, which is also incredible. And the best part is, it has a missile lock-on jammer. That means nobody can home on you with a homing launcher. So if somebody's flying their Oppressor Mark II or in an F-160 Raiju or anything like that, and they try to aim at you with homing missiles, they won't be able to. It basically makes you indestructible. I have never once been blown up in an Amani Tech vehicle because nobody even bothers to go after you. The chance of somebody killing you is incredibly small. And really the only time you'll ever even have a chance of dying is somebody pulling out an MG and shooting you through your glass. But let's be real, nobody does that anymore. They pull out an RPG and try to blow you up. Amani Tech vehicles are incredible, and the Ocelot Virtue, in my opinion, is the best out of the bunch. First of all, you can get it for free if you complete the first and last dose missions for the Los Santos Drug War DLC. But you can also just buy the car for $2 million. It's 100% worth the price. This is an incredible vehicle. In the number 3 position, we arrive at the bigger, badder, better version of the Vigilante, this one being the Toreador. The only disadvantage of this vehicle, and why I included both, is because of the fact you cannot use the Toreador in missions, while you can use the Vigilante. Rockstar nerfed this vehicle, and it's very unfortunate. Now, a lot of people believe that the nerf also removed the infinite missile capabilities, and that is incorrect. This vehicle still has the ability to spam homing missiles like crazy in any public lobby. And it's not just the fact that this vehicle has homing missiles that you can spam that makes it super dangerous. It's also the fact that it can survive 7 to 8 homing missiles fired at it. That is crazy. It's basically Amani Tech levels of survivability, but you actually have missiles to shoot back at your opponents. And look at this MG mounted on the vehicle. It is incredibly dangerous. I don't even know why. Rockstar just bugged it or something and made it just as dangerous as like an insurgent pickup minigun. But yeah, you don't want to mess with the machine gun this vehicle has. It has the ability to go underwater, which is okay, I guess. If somebody's ever trying to kill you, it's like a nice little scapegoat situation, but I usually don't ever run into that problem. And I mean, the vehicle's just insane. It's fast, it's got great handling, 4 seats, missiles, it's got everything that you would want. And because of that, it easily makes it into today's video. The only real downside is the fact that it's over $4 million to purchase and fully upgrade, but that's the price you have to pay for a decent amount of security and defensive capabilities. In the number 2 position, we finally break in to our first flying vehicle. A lot of you might be confused why it's in number 2 and number 1, but I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. This being the F-160 Raiju. This is the newest jet that has been added into Grand Theft Auto Online, and the best way to describe it is a better Hydra for a much more expensive price tag. To get your hands on this vehicle, it's going to cost upwards of $5 to $6 million, adding in upgrades and everything else. The Raiju has a lot of great things going for it. First of all, I mean, you just saw it can hover. This makes it really easy to take off and land wherever you want, and it makes it very easy to just kind of chill in one area and use your explosive MG and shoot at people down at the road. So that's the first really nice thing. The hover mode makes it very versatile and flexible on any type of terrain. The Raiju features an explosive machine gun, which you can see me using here, raining terror on the poor citizens of Los Santos. The MG is alright. It's not like the old lasers, but it's good enough that if you're in a dogfight and you connect 1 or 2 hits, you'll still rip off the important parts of a plane, and the person will most likely have to bail out. This also features missiles, but that's pretty stock standard. It's pretty lame though. It's the 1 to 2, then you have to wait 5 seconds before they can shoot again, but it still features missiles. It's nice. It's a good enough deterrent that if somebody's trying to chase you, they have to fly away, and it gives you time to do whatever you need. The best parts about this jet are the speed and stealth mode. You can see that when I activate stealth mode, it takes away my abilities to use any weapons, as it says in the top of my screen. But it's still pretty crazy that you can literally just fly around at an amazing top speed over 230 miles per hour, which makes it the fastest vehicle in the game, and nothing can see you or find you on the map. It allows you to basically just chill whenever you're flying this jet. So it's fast, it's got missiles, it's got an explosive MG, and it can hover. This is literally the best of the best when it comes to purchases that you can make. Making our way to the number 1 position, we arrive at the Sparrow. Now, people might disagree with this, but at the end of the day, it's my opinion, so deal with it. But yes, in all seriousness, I love the Sparrow. It has a lot of amazing capabilities going for it that other just can't compete with, especially even the Raiju. Like, sure, a lot of you might argue, well, this isn't as fast as the Raiju, it doesn't have as many good weapons as the Raiju, this or that, but there are 2 things that I wanted to categorize when it came to the most important vehicles for anybody to own in GTA Online. First was ease of access. Calling in the Raiju is very annoying. You have to go over to your personal vehicle tab, and then you have to call it in, and it's going to spawn at some random part on the map that you have to go run over to, pick it up. If it gets blown up, you have to go call MMI, get it back, and then head back over to wherever it was called in. It's just annoying. The Sparrow, you go right into service vehicles, Kosatka, and boom, it spawns in wherever you are on the map immediately next to you. That means that this helicopter is incredibly easy to use, and you can spawn it anywhere you like. That alone is great. The next thing that we wanted to check off is speed, and this helicopter is fast. It reaches a top speed of 168. It's the second fastest helicopter in the game. In fact, it's a lot faster than even a lot of the flying propellered planes. So it's fast, and it's easy to call in. Okay, how about survivability? Well, features flares, and these are great flares. You need to spam them over and over and over. So if somebody's trying to shoot you down in their oppressor or even a Raiju, you can just basically block all the missiles fired at you until you get to whatever destination you need to go to. Alright, and how about weaponry? Well, it doesn't feature the best weapons, but it does feature non-stop spam of homing missiles. This is pretty good, because it means if you're ever dealing with a ground target, you can just keep spamming missiles at them. If you're ever dealing with an air target, again, you can just keep spamming missiles at them. And the best part of this is dealing with missions. If you are doing any GTA Online public session missions, you just call in the Sparrow, spam missiles at whatever you need to kill, go grab it, then fly back. It's so easy to use. And the best part is, when your Sparrow gets blown up, there's no MMI, there's no price you have to pay. It's literally just a 2-minute cooldown, and you can call it back immediately once again. This, in my opinion, makes the Sparrow the best vehicle to own in Grand Theft Auto Online. Because not only is it the easiest thing to get, wherever you are, you can instantly spawn it in, but it's fast, it has missiles, it has capabilities that you would want on any type of vehicle. So I absolutely love the Sparrow, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend to get your hands on it if you are a new or experienced player. It is by far my most flown and used thing in the game. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. For the most part, I think a lot of you will agree with my picks, maybe not the positions I put them in, but I think you'll still agree with the general picks here. Let me know if there's something I missed that you would have liked to have seen in the video. Yes, I know the Oppressor Mark II is probably one that a lot of people are surprised that isn't in the video, and I really like the Oppressor Mark II, but I think the Sparrow is better, and I didn't want to have to put both in, so this is what we're sticking with. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!